The well and the gold. It is summer. The sun is hot. The air is hot too. It is hot inside Lily's house. Lily lives with her mom, her dad, and her brother Tom. Her grandma lives with them too. Lily's grandma is old. She is also sick. She stays in her bed all day. The old woman is sad. Her husband, Lily's grandpa, is dead. She often talks to him. "Oh, husband," she says. Lily and her mom are in Grandma's room. Lily's mom brings some food and water. "Please go to the well," says Grandma. "Bring me some water in the bucket." "There's no well here, Ma," says Lily's mom. "You live in the town now. We have good water. It comes from the tap." She points to the faucet on the wall. Lily's mom speaks quietly to her daughter. "Grandma is sick," Lily's mom says. She is not thinking clearly. Lily's mom gives the old woman some water in a cup. "No, no," says Grandma. "Go to the farm's well, the old farm." "We must not visit the old farm now, Ma," Lily's mom says gently. "The farm is near the volcano. The volcano is dangerous. There is fire and smoke. Soldiers are guarding the roads." Grandma doesn't hear her. "Go to the well," Grandma says again. "Bring me the bucket of water, please. Hurry." Lily feels sorry for her grandma. "I'll go," says Lily. "I'll walk to the farm. I know the way." Lily tells her dad and brother about the well. "Lily, you must not visit the farm," says her dad. "The volcano is near the farm. The volcano is dangerous." "I'll go with Lily," says Tom. "We will get the water for Grandma." The next morning, Lily and Tom get up early. The sun is just coming up. Lily puts some bread and a sausage in her bag. She puts a bottle of water in the bag too. Tom grabs a small backpack as well. He puts an apple and a cookie inside for the journey. "Just in case," he says. Lily and Tom are on the highway. The air is already hot. The air is full of dust. Cars and trucks drive past them, making even more dust. At the checkpoint, Lily and Tom meet a soldier. He has a big gun on his shoulder. He talks to them. "Where are you going today?" the soldier asks. "The volcano isn't dangerous today," replies Lily. "We're going to our grandma's farm. She's sick. She wants water from the well. She thinks it will cure her sickness." The soldier smiles. "You're going to get some magic water?" he asks. "Bring me some too." Lily giggles. "Maybe," she says, "if there is enough." Lily and Tom keep walking. After about an hour, they get tired. Lily and Tom stop next to a bridge. They eat their lunch there. There is a small house next to the bridge. A friendly woman lives there. She talks to Tom and Lily. She has a small dog. It is a small red dog. Tom gives the dog some sausage. The dog wags its tail happily. "Where are you going?" the woman asks. "It is a hot day." "We're going to our grandma's farm," Tom replies. "She is sick. She wants water from the well." The woman frowns. "The farm is far, and it is very hot. Why don't you take some water from my well? It's good. It's good and fresh water." "That's a good idea," says Lily. "It's a very hot day. I don't want to walk anymore." "Okay," says Tom. "You stay here. I will go to the farm alone." Lily shakes her head. "No, we should do it together." She pauses. "Or wait, I will go to the farm alone and get some water from the well. Tom, you stay here and rest." Tom sighs. "Okay, I will rest here. But after the volcano let out that little puff of smoke yesterday, I am a little nervous, and I think it's important to go together in case of danger. I will follow you after a few minutes." Lily walks on. After a minute, Tom follows her. They walk and they walk. There are no houses here. There are no animals. There is only dry grass and dust. The sun is high in the sky and it is very hot now. They hear a sound. What is that sound? Tom asks. Is someone calling us? No, it's the sound of the wind, Lily replies. No, it isn't the wind. It's a ghost. I'm afraid of ghosts, Tom says. He is scared. There are no ghosts here, Lily says. Don't be silly. She rolls her eyes at her brother and keeps walking. Lily and Tom are at the farm. The farm is old and broken, the house is falling apart, and the fields are dry. Tom sees oranges on a tree. He doesn't see any ghosts. He pulls some oranges from the tree. They look juicy and delicious. Lily and Tom find the well. Its cover is broken. The wood is old and rotten. Tom lifts the cover. He looks inside. The water doesn't look good. It is dark and dirty. Ugh, this water is bad, Lily, Tom says. We must take some water for Grandma, Lily replies. She wants it. We must get the bucket, she continues. We must pull this rope. She points to the rope attached to the bucket in the well. They hold the rope. They pull, and they pull. The bucket is very heavy. It is hard work. At last, the bucket is out of the well. It is full of dirty water. Lily empties the bucket. She pours the dirty water onto the ground. She is about to put the bucket back into the well when she sees something shine at the bottom. What is that? She asks. They look closer. Inside the bucket are shiny things. Gold! These are gold coins! Lily exclaims. She takes a few coins out of the bucket and holds them up to the sun. They sparkle. Yes, I remember these. They are Grandpa's coins, Tom says. Grandpa used to hide them in the well. He said they were for a rainy day. Lily and Tom are carrying the bucket. It is heavy because of the gold. There are also lots of oranges in the bucket. The gold coins are under the oranges. They start to walk back home. The sun is beginning to go down. It is cooler now, but they are still tired. Lily and Tom meet a gang of boys near the bridge. The boys are bigger than them. They look mean. What's in your bucket? The boys shout. Ah, oranges! Give them to us, one of the boys says. He tries to grab the bucket. The small red dog runs out of the house. He barks at the gang of boys. He barks and he barks. He is very loud. The friendly woman comes out of the house, too. She yells at the boys. The boys run away. They are scared of the dog and the woman. Lily and Tom are at the checkpoint again. The soldier sees them. He smiles. Did you get the magic water? He asks. Lily shakes her head. No, we have some magic oranges. Lily and Tom give the soldier some oranges. The soldier smiles at them. Thank you, he says. You are good kids. Be safe now. Lily and Tom are at home now. It is dark outside. They are tired but happy. Their grandma is lying in her bed. She looks weak. Is that my bucket of water? She asks. Lily and Tom smile. No, it's Grandpa's gold. Lily and Tom show her the gold coins. Everyone is surprised. They are very happy. Grandma looks at her husband's photo. She smiles. Suddenly they hear a sound. Is it the sound of the wind? Tom asks. He is still a little scared. Lily listens carefully. No, she says. It is the sound of rain. Soon the rain is falling hard. The rain washes away the dust. It makes the air clean and fresh. Everyone is happy because the rain will help the plants grow, and the gold coins will help the family in the future. Grandma will have some medicine and good food. Lily and Tom worked hard, and they helped their family. Chapter 1. The Juggler. A long, long time ago, a man named George lived in a small town by the sea. The town was in Scotland. George and his wife Mary lived in a small white house. They were happy. George was a fisherman. Every day he went out to sea in his boat. He usually caught many fish. Mary sold the fish at the fish market. She liked selling fish. She met many people. One day, George was out at sea. It was late in the afternoon. It was time to go home. He started to pull his net out of the water. The net is very heavy today, he thought. Good, lots of fish. He was happy. When he pulled the net onto his boat, he saw a wooden box. The box was old. It was wet. He was very surprised. What is this? He asked himself. He opened the wooden box. Inside the box he found a little baby boy. The baby was sleeping. "Oh, a baby boy!" George cried. "This is wonderful. We don't have any children. Mary will be very happy. She loves babies." He started the boat. He went back home. He showed Mary the baby boy. "Oh, George, what good luck," said Mary happily. "What a good-looking baby. We must keep this child. We must look after him." "Yes," said George. "Let's call him Peter." "Peter, yes," Mary said. "I like the name Peter. He's our son now. We'll look after him and give him all our love, and we'll teach him to fish." Peter grew up. He was a kind boy. He was friendly. He loved George and Mary. They loved him a lot too. George taught him to fish. Peter learned quickly. They went out in the boat together every day. They worked hard, but not on Sundays. On Sundays, George worked in the garden. He grew vegetables. Mary made soup. Peter went to the port on Sundays. He liked to look at the sailing ships. Some ships were big, some were small. They came from far away. He dreamed of sailing away too. When Peter was 17, a big sailing ship arrived at the port of the town. It was a beautiful ship. The sails were new and white. The masts were golden. The ship looked expensive. A tall man stood on the deck. He looked good. He had dark hair. He had dark eyes. He was wearing a beautiful black suit. The suit was shiny. He had balls in his hands. The balls had spikes on them, sharp spikes. He was juggling the balls very fast. He did not hurt his hands on the spikes. He was very good. Peter watched the juggler. He watched with great interest. He had never seen anything like it. It looked dangerous, but amazing. Then the juggler got off the ship. He continued juggling the balls in the air. He walked toward Peter. "Do you like juggling?" the juggler asked Peter. Peter was surprised. The juggler knew his name. "Oh yes," Peter said. "It's wonderful. It's amazing." "Do you want to become a juggler too?" the juggler asked. He smiled. "Yes, I do," said Peter, smiling back at the juggler. "I want to learn how to juggle those balls. It must be difficult." "Very well," said the juggler. "Take me to your parents. I want to talk to them." Peter took the juggler to his little house by the sea. "Father, Mother," said Peter, "this man wants to talk to you." George and Mary were happy to meet the juggler. They offered him tea. "We love Peter very much," said George. "I found him at sea when he was a baby." "At sea?" asked the juggler. He was suddenly very interested in Peter. "George found him at sea?" "Yes," said George, "in a wooden box." If George found him at sea, then Peter is a fairy child. A magical child, thought the juggler. He looked at George and Mary. He had an idea. "Give me your son for a year and a day," said the clever wizard, "and I will teach him how to juggle." He smiled. "Then, when he comes back home, he can be a juggler." Jugglers make more money than fishermen. George and Mary looked at each other. They did not know what to do. They wanted what was best for Peter. "We must do what is best for our son," said Mary, looking at Peter. "Do you want to be a juggler, a good juggler?" "Yes, Father," said Peter, "I do." He looked at George. "I want to learn to juggle like him." "Very well," said George. "You can go away for a year and a day, and when you come back you will be a good juggler. Is that right, sir?" He looked at the juggler's dark eyes. He did not trust the man completely. "That's right, George," said the wizard. He smiled. "Your son will become a great juggler, and he'll make a lot of money. I'll teach him a lot of things." Peter said goodbye to his parents. He hugged them. He left his home with the juggler. For a year and a day, Peter sailed everywhere on the beautiful sailing ship. He saw many new and interesting places. He learned all about juggling. He learned how to throw the spiked balls high in the air and catch them without getting hurt. He practiced every day. He got very good. The juggler also taught him about music and stories. Chapter 2: The 14 Pigeons. After a year and a day, the juggler brought Peter back to his home in Scotland. Peter was now an excellent juggler. He could juggle 7 spiked balls. He never hurt his hands with the spikes. He was very fast and very skilled. George and Mary were very happy when Peter arrived. They hugged him again and again. They thanked the juggler. "Now your son is a good juggler," said the man, "but if he stays with me for another year and a day, he will become the best juggler in the world." He made a gesture with his hands. "The most famous. People will travel to see him. He will be rich." "How wonderful," said George. He looked at Mary. She looked unsure. "Yes," Peter said. He wanted to be the best. So Peter left for another year and a day. He trusted the juggler. But at the end of that time, Peter did not return home. George and Mary were worried. They waited and waited. Still no Peter. They went to the port to look for the beautiful sailing ship, but it was not there. It was gone. They asked many people, "Have you seen the ship? Have you seen my son?" But no one knew anything about Peter or the juggler. They had disappeared. "Oh, George," said Mary sadly, "I must go and find Peter." She was very worried. "Please be careful, Mary," said George, "and bring Peter home quickly." He was scared for her. "Don't worry, dear," said Mary, kissing her husband on the cheek. She packed a bag with bread and cheese. She took a walking stick. She said goodbye. Poor George did not know where to look for his son. He felt lost and helpless. He walked through the forests. He walked up the hills and mountains. He crossed many rivers, but he did not find Peter. He asked everyone he met. They shook their heads. One night, George was very tired and hungry. He had no more food. He saw a little old house in the forest. There was a light in the window. "Perhaps the person in this house can help me," thought George. He knocked on the door. "Hello," said George. "Is anyone home?" A very old, kind wizard opened the door. He had bright blue eyes. He had a kind smile. His beard was long and white. "Welcome to my home. Please come in," said the friendly old man. "You must be very tired. Sit down and rest." George sat down near the fire. It felt warm. The old man gave him some hot tea. He gave him bread and butter. George ate the bread and butter. He drank the hot tea. After eating, he felt better. He told the old man about his long journey. He told him about Peter and the juggler. He told him how Peter disappeared. The old man listened carefully. He was suddenly sad. "Your son is in the hands of the evil king of the wizards," he said. "Everyone here knows about the wizard and his terrible magic. He steals children. He turns them into animals." George gasped. "What can I do?" "But don't worry," the old man said. "I'll help you. You must rest now, and we'll talk about it tomorrow morning." He gave George a warm red blanket. George fell asleep near the fire. He dreamed of Peter. Early the next morning, the old man gave George some breakfast. He gave him oatmeal and fruit. Then he said, "Today you must go to the king of the wizards. He lives in a dark castle on a high hill. It is a dangerous place, but you must be brave. When you get there, you must talk to the king immediately. Tell him you want your son. Don't be afraid. The king will take you to his tower. In the tower, there are 14 pigeons. The king has magic powers. He can change a person into a pigeon. If you recognize your son, you can take him home with you. But you must be very careful. But how will I recognize my son? Asked poor George. Pigeons all look the same. Remember this, the old man said. Peter is the pigeon with a tiny black feather on its head. Look at all the pigeons slowly and carefully. Then choose that one. And you'll have your son again. You're a good friend, said George to the kind old man. Thank you for your help. I'll always remember you. Good luck to you, George, said the old man. Be brave and trust your heart. George followed the old man's instructions. He walked through a dark forest, he crossed a big river, then he started walking up a high hill. The hill was very steep. The wizard's dark castle was on top of the hill. It looked scary. There were many towers all around it. They reached into the sky. The sky was dark and cloudy. The wind started blowing. It was cold. What an ugly place, thought George, looking at the castle and its towers. My son is in one of those towers. He felt scared, but he kept walking. He had to save Peter. He got to a black wooden door. It was very big. He rang a big bell. The bell made a loud noise. He waited. After a few minutes, a man opened the door. It was the juggler. He looked mean. I want to see the king of the wizards, said George. He tried to sound brave. Wait here, the juggler said. He disappeared inside the castle. In a moment, the juggler was standing at the door of the castle again. He beckoned George. George was scared when he saw the evil wizard. The wizard looked powerful and dangerous. Chapter 3. In the tower. The king of the wizards immediately recognized George. He knew who he was. He was not happy to see him. He frowned. What do you want? The wizard asked angrily. His voice was loud and cold. I want my son Peter, said George. He tried not to be afraid. You promised to bring him back to us after a year and a day. The wizard was silent for a moment. He thought about what to say. I can give you anything you want, he said. Beautiful clothes, a fast horse, a new fishing boat, a big house, a jewel for your wife. But let me keep your son. He looked at George closely. These presents are nothing to me and my wife, said George. He shook his head. We want our son Peter. You're foolish, said the clever wizard. He smiled cruelly. You can do a lot of things with a new boat or a fast horse, and your wife will be happy with a big diamond. I don't want your presents, said George angrily. I want my son now. You're very foolish, George, said the wizard. He tried to trick him. Take all the presents you want, but leave your son here with me. He is learning to be the best juggler. Leave my son here with you? Never, cried George. I want my son immediately. The wizard looked at George with his cold, evil eyes. He started laughing, a loud, scary laugh. Follow me to the tower, he said, laughing. Maybe you will change your mind when you see where he lives. They climbed the steps, up and up. It was a long climb. The steps were old and uneven. The tower was dark and dusty. Finally, they reached a dark tower. The tower was round. It had one small window. Inside the tower, there were 14 pigeons. They cooed softly. Now, George, said the wizard, choose the right pigeon and you can have your son, Peter, if you can. He smiled again, a cruel smile. This fisherman will never choose the right pigeon, thought the wizard, and his son will always be mine. George walked around the tower. He looked at all the pigeons carefully. He looked at each one closely. They all looked the same. They were all gray. Then he saw one. It was like the old man had described it. A pigeon with a tiny black feather on its head. It was very small, but he saw it. "I'll choose this pigeon," George said suddenly. "The pigeon with the tiny black feather on its head." He pointed to the pigeon. Suddenly, the pigeon changed. It became a boy. It was Peter. He was wearing old clothes. "Father," said Peter happily. He ran to George and hugged him. The wizard was very angry. He cried, "Get out of here! Take him! But get out!" George and Peter ran down the dark stairs. They ran out of the castle. Then they ran down the hill and into the forest. They did not stop running until they were far away. They stopped at the old man's house in the forest. They thanked him again. They told him what happened. Then they went home. Mary was very happy when she saw George and Peter. She cried tears of joy. She could not believe her eyes. "Peter, my dear boy," she said, "I'm very happy to see you. You're home." She hugged him tightly. "Thank you for bringing him home, George," Mary said. She was relieved. "Oh, Mother," said Peter, "I don't want to go away anymore. I want to work here in my town. I don't want to travel anymore." He smiled. "Now, I'm the best juggler in the world. The king of the wizards taught me a lot of magic tricks." Peter became the town juggler and magician. The people in town always enjoyed his tricks. They liked his juggling. His hands moved very fast. Everyone was surprised. People from his town and other towns came to see him. The children liked him a lot. He became famous. He made a lot of money. He shared it with George and Mary. They were never poor again. Now, Peter and George only went fishing for fun. They liked to relax and enjoy the sea. The beautiful sailing ship with the big white sails and the golden masts never came to the port again. It disappeared. But on stormy nights, the people of the town told scary stories about the king of the wizards. The wizard lived in a dark castle on a hill. They told stories about his evil magic. They warned children to stay away from the forest.